Alright, so, as promised, we're gonna do a short launch stream for Chimera Squad. It's a little bit of a mess getting this all downloaded and ready in time, but here we are. And we're gonna go in head first. So, given Firaxis' track record with Iron Man, I'm not gonna do that yet.
Tonight, Mayor Nightingale perished in an explosion at City 31's Memorial Museum. The identity of her assailants is unknown at this time. The City Council asks citizens to remain...
So she gets vaporized the same day XCOM sends Chimera Squad to our city? You hear that voice in your head? That's me telling you to wake up!
Despite opposition, Mayor Nightingale's deciding vote brought the Reclamation Agency to the city. Without her support, Chimera Squad's continued presence is an open question.
Sounds like we're jumping right into a political disaster. Alright. Bridge's crowd control is already sounding pretty attractive. Though it looks like the enemies continually fall off being targetable if he keeps using his abilities, which is maybe not great. There's never a red wire. I'm lucky if there are even wires. Dead Saints after several turns. Not sure I like the sound of that. I like when the grenades go off frontally and mid. An awful lot of abilities that lean on each or so like I guess start of the mission only from what I gather. Huh. Alright, they buffed Deadeye compared to XCOM 2. Not sure if it's quite enough to make me really want to use it that much, but I guess if it's kind of a free shot in a way, then maybe. About torque. We're getting there. Ignores cover bonuses. I like that. If you tie everything in your walker's mind, especially embarrassing stuff. Safeguard doesn't comment on having limited charges. I guess it's a combination heal and defense protocol from 2, so might just be limited by cooldown. Yeah, it's probably limited by cooldown since with refresh they feel the need to actually specify once per mission. Wow, prevent all damage of the next attack. Kinetic shield sounds pretty powerful. Balance sounds really good too. Oh nice, relocate his foul play. Dazzle also sounds pretty nice, although limited of course. And does anyone else have... It looks like only 2 people have more than 65 aim. That bodes well. Cherub is one of the hybrids. Like the Advent soldiers, basically. Oh, wow, damage increases as it jumps to enemies. So, I guess she's a shaman. Oh man, holo targeting upon breach. That's kind of hard to think of turning down. Like 15 aim is a pretty big deal. Bind is a free action. Well then. A tongue pull can be used on enemies and allies. Nice. Naturally enter through vent breach points. I see. Well, depending on the positions of those, that may or may not be a large advantage. Damages multiple targets. I guess that's the non-grenade version of AoEing. Alpha Strike sounds like something where if I were more familiar with things, I could probably take advantage of it, but it's probably not a good idea to try to do it here. Stacked. Cannot miss will trigger momentum. The random nature of the status effects makes me a little bit wary though. I suppose since it's guaranteed to inflict something, that's at least okay. Oh, alright, so this guy's a Templar, basically. So it seems like we're kind of getting double up of various roles here. Increases the risk of going berserk. Pursue a door breach point with a chance to panic nearby enemy. I see. Yeah, well, as far as I'm aware, you can't actually have people die, or else you fail the mission. So, probably to let them rest though if they're wounded. I know it's the option. I left it on default for healing, but there's options to adjust the amount healed between missions. And I think a good safe pick is someone who has good aim. So Blue Blood. Maybe Terminal to have healing for the first mission. What is everyone's... Oh, wow, Zephyr has 14 mobility. He's a ninja. He's some annoying person. We got healing, we got accurate damage. Probably run Torque for the utility and crowd control. I guess the demo guy is the one with the highest hit point. I'm curious that Zephyr has 75 aim because he's. Well, I guess Crippling Blow is probably not his default attack, so I guess make his fists more. Slightly more reliable. I think I might need a slightly more aggressive unit, so it's probably going to be one of the punchers or Godmother. Let's go Godmother for now. If it turns out to be a bad choice, we can always try again. Hi, Adderline. Why have aim when you can punch people? Well, I mean, presumably you still make aim rolls with your fists. Like that's part of why Rangers were initially a bit of a liability trying to go melee in XCOM 2. Because they had a harder time getting to 100% aim even though they could dash into attack.
Chimera Squad, heads up. Director's on the line from XCOM HQ.
Chimera Squad, I know you're still settling in, but this cannot wait. A short time ago, insurgents crashed the opening of City 31's Memorial Museum. They took Mayor Nightingale hostage. 3-1 PD attempted a rescue, but the insurgents triggered a plasma bomb. Everyone inside was lost. Yes, 3-1 PD should have requested our help, but dwelling on that is counterproductive. We need to focus on what we do next. A crude plasma bomb killed the mayor. The insurgents had no access to materials for that.
Does that mean they had outside help?
Most likely. There are 3 groups in City 31 with access to this kind of ordnance.
Salvation, but only to those who once fought XCOM. I like how there's a chrysalid in the background too. I think for the first mission we won't target the Sacred Coil based on me not really wanting to fight chrysalids from the get-go. Let's try targeting Grey Phoenix. Because Psionics doesn't sound like something that's great to fight on the first mission either.
Grey Phoenix is a group of primarily muton scavengers operating in the city. Recently, they've armed themselves with highly restricted weaponry. That puts them on our radar.
Director, these are local criminals. Isn't that 3-1 PD's jurisdiction?
True. The Reclamation Agency supports local police, but we're also required to recover dangerous material.
from those who would do the world harm, and each of those groups is neck deep in the stuff. So what next?
Focus on a single group. Investigate, dismantle their operations, and take them down.
Meanwhile, we look for any links to the mayor's death. Either way, a dangerous organization is off the streets.
Exactly. The city wants justice for Mayor Nightingale. This is how we help them achieve it.
Return of Dark Events, huh? Okay. Your extensive local connections suggest time in City 31 before the war.
Welcome to City 31. During Advent's occupation, the city was a fortress supporting an active starport. 5 years after XCOM won the war, it's home to aliens, hybrids, and humans alike. There's new industry, self-government, and local agriculture to support the varied populations. Against all odds, this city thrived after the war. There were no retributive attacks.
Until tonight.
We don't know that, not yet, but we can find out.
Check it out. Headquarters sent us an assembly. And with the right patterns, we can build anything. Or we could with the latest version. What you're looking at is the extremely finicky 2038 model. It'll take time to stress test our patterns, but once we have them, we're good to go.
Androids, huh?
I'm authorizing Chimera Squad for special operations. Some ops provide useful resources for the squad. Keep an eye out for these opportunities.
I have a feeling we're not gonna have any other options than doing the androids, but look at the list before we commit to anything. We have to choose units who are on our APC. That's weird.
When you are on mission, you need to maintain your skills, physical and mental. Training is the place to do it. It's also where you can adapt to any lasting wounds received in the field. So don't let those wounds linger. You'll pay for them in the long term.
Actually, I wonder if these four are all we have for the moment. Plus 20 units? The submachine gun, get that? Wow, yeah, it looks like the submachine gun gives a hefty aim bonus. Nice. Or not, huh? Yeah, I'm not sure where this aim bonus is coming from for Ark, but I guess maybe because of her class. Well, weapons don't normally improve it. Yeah. Yeah. The SMG is not adding aim for terminal.
Our temporary field office has all the basics. Weapons, comms, and ammunition. Supply is where we request everything else. As long as it's in the squad's budget, it's ours.
These fire grenade disables all firearms of a large radius. Ah. Oof. Racer rounds are really expensive. Also nerfed. I'm pretty sure the XCOM 2 version gave 10 aim. Well, we can worry about trank rounds later. Probably gonna end up buying a med kit and a flashbang. wonder if it's like the other games where you can buy stuff in the field. I guess I'll buy the supplies now. I think the department can only afford the junk ammo. Maybe. Alright, let's have a headquarters save. Greyface just shot up a micromall with plasma weapons. Huh. That's,
Say a hostile force has access to a dangerous device, but destroying it would cause harm to you or others. In that case, finesse is the better option. Approach the device and disable it, just as you were trained.
we've got... Yeah, we got the back door there, so we can get in. Doesn't she have another... Weird that they're not listing the breach abilities anymore. It might nice to actually have remind me. I know Godmother has something that lets her go in like super hard. Well, I guess we'll get it figured out as we go then. Looks. It's only showing what's active. Well, I guess we have the adaptable. Okay, well, we can hack the door. Guess we'll just reaching charge in case we can go through the wall. Hey Candy, your immediate perception of this game is that it's an XCOM fanfic. It does feel a lot like a mod for XCOM 2. Like even just looking at the stuff before actually booting up the game.
A short while ago, Grey Phoenix engaged unknown assailants at this location. After the shooting stopped, Grey Phoenix locked down the whole block.
So 3-1 PD couldn't handle this one? Typical.
Grey Phoenix is packing plasma weaponry. You tell me.
It's cute how you justify their cowardice.
Oh, visibility. Fun. I thought... Well, it said we could breach the wall, but apparently... Yeah, it seems you personalized dog depending on, I guess, who is in slot 1, and I think Twerk was in slot 1. I guess I assume that we're gonna get the Gremlin hack used automatically on this breach, because it's not asking me really at all.
Breach! Breach! Breach!
We'll go for the 99 then. Okay, this is pretty cool. Do I want to target the guy with armor? If we do, we're probably gonna have to focus fire, because otherwise we have no chance of killing him. What is going on with this? I guess he has a second armor? Ugh, that's gonna be ugly. Alright, let's target this guy so we're not surrounded. Oof. Worse and worse hit rate. Yeah, one of those was bound to miss. Yeah. Oh, prep is hunker down, but better. Man, what's to stop that Legionnaire from just running over and flanking us? This is definitely not an arrangement I would have wanted here. Looks like we're in high cover, but they're in low. I could take a run over here and take a shot at him. So if we can take him off, that basically gives blue blood. Blue lace. Hopefully none of these guys have grenades already. That would be pretty ugly. Hey Arkham. Yeah, just dropped today. Alright, I think we're gonna move in and try to get rid of the guy who has the string next. Because if we can hold the left side of the store, that'll make it harder for them to approach us. Especially since if we take care of this guy, there's no one who can protect him if he tries to approach. I can have Torque help the counter and bind him.
Changing position.
Nice. Wow, these flashbangs are a lot lower area of effect compared to XCOM 2.
Stepping out. Hey, you!
I like the flash. Could do without today.
feel kind of naked without my frag grenades too. Obviously, using frag grenades as part of a SWAT breach would probably be frowned upon. I don't really want to Overwatch in the middle of this, but taking a 56 shot, especially after succeeding on those lower attacks too, it's pushing my luck, so... Oh, so, alright, so Overwatch is kind of nerfed. We have to point a certain direction. It'd be, assuming the rules are the same. I think it's 70% of, so if it's 76 for him stepping out of cover. It'd be a little bit over 50, so it's actually better to take the shot statistically. Going with full plasma and rockets, collateral damage be damned. Thinking about the Ghostbusters game that has achievements for both minimizing collateral damage and maximizing collateral damage. Man, I think I played that one too. Doesn't have a turn. I could put it on. I could put the defense bonus on Blue Blood. Then take a shot. Not sure what the cooldown would be on this though. Well, I guess in a time like the present. Actually, we got people behind Marshall or half cover there. We should probably give it to Parker Godmother.
Let's get your insides back inside.
Okay, pretty low cooldown, so it looks like they're expecting us to take quite a bit of damage. Also that, let's get your insides back inside is alright, that's gotta be meta humor. Nice roll. Did he just run out into the open? What? Thanks for the host, Eric.
Time for a face-to-face.
Damn. Well, I guess this guy's pretty much a free kill. This... Well, sort of. 73, it's far from guaranteed. I guess if we do this, this gives us control of the right side of the convenience store. This is a little bit different from my envisioned strategy. Oof, raised. Alright, that was fairly... I guess I don't know what these guys' aim is. Seems like a fairly lucky miss, so... That guy wasn't disoriented. What's troubling me is that these mutons have dodge scores. Like, that's great. Like, I needed to worry about dodge more than before.
If they move, I'll shoot.
That's reassuring.
Get over here. Don't struggle.
So satisfying.
I'm getting a strong source of Illyrium in your vicinity. I can't pinpoint a location.
There's a ramen bar out back. Maybe Illyrium is their secret ingredients.
Blasting it through the door, entrance will be for one. First unit through this entrance is guaranteed to land their shot, huh? Well, I guess we're going through the wall, and I guess we're not done yet. That was just the first thing. You like this, Snaky. She's been fun to play with, that's for sure. I like how we're sitting not that far from the preaching church. But I don't want anyone to go through the main door right now because of the delayed snare.
Ready for breach?
Alright, who's the bigger threat here? I think for a guaranteed shot, we want to have Erland, and especially on the armored guy, having the shotgun land the hit is a big boon. Plus this guy's apparently alert, so might be Overwatch. Yeah, room by room clearing is cool. Definitely feels very SWAT-esque. I'm loving that. Yeah, I guess we'll team up on this other Legionnaire who's pretty exposed. Stupid grazes. Got him though. I could move her here, but I'm not really too fond of doing that. Just because the amount of focus fire she might receive could be deadly, especially under half cover. I guess that's one downside about not using the main door, because we can't get flanks. This would be relatively easy flanks. I guess we'd only get the enemy taking two turns in between. There's no guarantee it'll actually finish them. I wish Torque wasn't the lowest on my team or turn order. I guess I could use team up to swap it. Wait, I could use it to swap up if I don't think we're gonna get this. I could use it to swap terminals turn up. Give her protection. Nice kill. I don't think moving up is gonna do a lot here. Like, it might add 5 aim. I also noticed that the crit chance is nerfed. Only 33 compared to, I guess, well, it's 40 in XCOM 2, so not that much of a change, but still, I think you probably want to just double shoot here, because the chances of one of the 40s hitting is higher than if we were to just run up and shoot a 45. Nice. In that case, we'll get him to high cover over. Actually, put him here, because we can move Torque here and try to do a tongue pull. Or actually, we might be able to tongue pull from where she is anyway, but I think we want to cover this right side more.
Headed this way.
Keep to cover.
Need a little help?
I needed that.
Is that a flank? Huh. I guess we do get a flank shot out of that. That's... Yeah, I guess that does line up. Surprisingly. She just charged up and tried to melee? Also, what the heck? What is floating? Actually, I think the adder is floating too. No, never mind. It's just blue blood. What is going on? That is just weird. Alright, I guess we'll go
Needed
here.
the exercise.
Take the free flank shot since they decided to charge straight at us. Thanks. Terminal's on cooldown too. Well, I guess we have the med kit that we can use. Wow, nice 90 miss.
Hostile is down and out.
Whoa, I'm reading a massive Elerium core in the next room. It's losing stability fast. Secure and contain that core before it takes out the whole block.
Check your file. None of us should go home in bags.
Oh cool, poison fell off. Agent damage likely? Oof. Yeah, we already used our breach charge here. That's unfortunate. Well, he is entering up 25 damage for defense. Base for the round. That's nice. Same with the mobility plus. We're still floating above the air.
Breaching now.
Python it. Oh, it's aggressive probably because this guy is an active Overwatch. So let's remove him from the equation if we can. Holy crap! That ragdoll!
There's our target. Turn it off.
Oh, I see the order I set. Okay, I was kind of suspecting that. But I wasn't sure. That's a lot of enemy. Not exactly the ideal situation.
I've got you. Putting the squeeze on.
He'll be fine. Gremlin on the way.
Good thinking.
I guess Godmother can put it away. Although I might want her to advance and take out the Python. Blue Blood's getting a turn right away though. But he could probably finish the adder.
You're under arrest.
Ugh, wrecked cover there. Let's take an action to do. Nope, it does not. Oof, that's bad. Surprised the hunker down there counted while she was flanked. That's maybe a problem. Nice crit though.
Let the high-tech spray do its work.
Thanks.
And stay down.
Man, subdue is so good. Like, it's better than my guns half the time.
Within my reach.
Alright. Question mark? I'm not sure what that Legionnaire was doing.
Go on, get out of here.
Yeah, these thugs are definitely not very good at this.
Holy crap, his muscles have muscles.
Alright. Okay, well, surprise reinforcements, I guess.
I need a better angle.
Reinforcements from the edge of the map. What is this? 3 houses? Seems like. Wait, does... Okay, Safeguard seems to not have a cooldown at all. Like... I thought it was every other turn, but it looks like we just get it every turn. So we can probably just tank our way through damage if we're not overly aggressive about it. Oh, I guess we already have that up on Gunleader. Okay, well I guess we'll shoot them. Ouch.
I'm running low. I don't think I want to get too aggressive here, just because my other units aren't going to be able to reach this guy so easily. In fact, I think I might fall back.
Moving. Eyes open.
Who wants to be my target?
Into the action. Let's get your insides back inside.
Good thinking. Low ammo. Reloaded. Knocking down hostiles.
Appreciate it.
These guys do not like Blue Blood having cover. Alright, now that he's lured in, we can just focus fire him and hopefully kill him. What is going? Why can I not see through the roof? Game, please. Oh, this is awkward. Recaptured enemies with a 60% chance of return intel. Nice. Actually, I should have tried to subdue that guy. Hey, you like how he's casually standing on the air? Apparently that's just Blue Blood's thing now. Oh, you're thinking that collateral damage shot out the lights? That would be pretty cool. Unfortunately, I think it was just glitching the ceiling. For the archives. Oh, it's Jane Kelly, right? The tutorial, the XCOM 2 tutorial agent, who basically doesn't exist in AMI games because I never do the tutorial because it's impossible to get it on Legend. Yay, we got the intel too. 160% roll. Man, Bradford putting up the racism from the get-go here. I mean, not that I can blame him that much, but... So, right, aliens in your agency, Jane, what are you thinking? I know it isn't entailed to hold on to a bit of anti-alien racism if it's Bradford. I mean, pretty much everyone on the Avenger could be entitled to hold on to it, but... I know you're wearing Bluetooth headphones. Will you be controlled? Yeah, see, apparently those are what give you the psychic powers, so you'll be the one doing the controlling. So you're totally fine.
Grey Phoenix is after large quantities of Illyrium. Why do they need that much power? Illyrium access would allow them to refine an explosive powerful enough to kill Mayor Nightingale. Grey Phoenix has the means. Find out if they had the motive. From what we've seen, Grey Phoenix is armed with restricted weapons. We don't know their source. That's where you come in. Determine where they're getting all their toys.
The director convinced the city council we're too understaffed to be effective. This means we can bring more agents to City 31. It's not the whole squad, not yet, but it's something.
Okay, so these guys are on our roster, but due to politicking, we're not able to bring in the whole agency yet. Interesting. New meta content? Oh, okay. That may be more interesting once I've done more than one campaign. I'm thinking Cherub is like full damage negation is pretty powerful. And we were taking a lot of shots during that fight. So I think it's inevitable that people are gonna get hit, and having shields wouldn't be too bad.
Whisper! Hey, man.
Cherub, welcome to City 31. You up to speed?
Yeah, I can't wait. When do we head to the field office?
This is the field office. You get used to it.
Really?
Actually, no. It's a dump.
But it's our dump, so we'll make it work.
I wish we could bottle his enthusiasm.
Well, that was a fun conversation. Alright, so it looks like being wounded doesn't, have any serious adverse effects? Actually, let's see. The training could be used if we're an injury. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't look like we've got anything permanent from taking those shots, which is good, I guess. Well, I can take them off the roster from the APC, but it doesn't look like she's marked for any actual permanent damage. You know, I didn't use Scattershot at all there, but I guess we didn't really have Amy's grouping up too much either. Like maybe at the start when I flashbanged that one group, we could have used Scattershot there, but I would have rather remove that Legionnaire from being able to get a turn on us anyway. Anime like character portraits in XCOM 8 takes some getting used to. Yeah. It's like an interesting cross between like a partial anime look and like almost like a 60s or 70s era comics to an extent. Where are the kawaii tsundere alien girls? I mean, apparently Torque is kind of one of those. Let's actually look at Cherub's gear here too. Got pistol, okay. Means his damage output's not gonna be great if we have him in. I'm not sure I'd swap out into. Like maybe Blue Blood, possibly Terminal if I feel really confident about his shields, but damn it, Jim, not every game is a dating sim. Says you. I just wanted to say that after finishing Awakening L+, I finally went and watched one of your resetless runs. Running in that is crazy. Good job on figuring out all those strats together without hate to actually string them all together, even if some of the actual playouts of the later game chapters end up being a little uninteresting. Yeah. I can't take all the credit for that, because the thread we had on Serenaz, there was a fair amount of collaboration that went on. I also used Interceptor's initial strats as a base for that too. I'm glad you enjoyed the run. It definitely winds down towards the end, yeah, like there comes a point where Robin and Morgan just hit so much power that they kind of just tear through things unless I get careless with counter. Until the enemies start getting cap stats, and I have to be a little more careful again. Surely there's an internet rule in place for turning every game into a dating sim. Probably. How much do additional breaching charges cost? I'm thinking If the next mission is anything like the other one, I'll probably want a second breaching charge. Because coming through the wall is typically really advantageous. The variant of Rick and Go to Hell plus ones were pretty interesting. Yeah, the higher deploy ones get a little less monotonous in the later chapters. Simply because I have to figure out what to do with the weaker units. Actually, you know, we'll hold off on buying it for now, but I'll probably end up buying it down the line. Wait, the game hasn't told me what we use Intel for here. That's Olarium. This just costs time. Does it cost us? Oh, that's time too. It's all money. Or I go clicking on.
Chimera Squad, I'm Commissioner Maloof of 3-1 PD. To be blunt, I don't give a chrysalid's ass about the politics. I'm glad you're in the city. 3-1 PD was stretched thin before the mayor's death. There are gaps to fill, and that's where you come in. When your agents can handle a situation better than my officers, I'll send the details your way. If the city council has a problem with that, I'll take the heat. They can't afford to fire me. I look forward to working with you.
Commissioner Maloof. Not even going to say hello?
Blue blood is it now? Couldn't hack into 3-1 PD, so you had to fail upward?
You know how it is, Halia. I always pick the easy path.
The department is happy to see one of its own back in town.
Good to be back. We'll do right by you, Commissioner.
Of that, I have no doubt.
I like this commissioner. Oh, I see, we spend the intel to do the missions. Okay. A curious change up from how things were done in XCOM 2. In XCOM 2, you got intel for doing investigations, not spend intel to do investigations. Or no, wait, you get 45 for rewards. Yeah, so we are getting it as a reward. I guess we'll have to figure out what it's spent for later then. Thankfully, Virion was there to carry. Maybe both Rickon and Virion were racking up the kills there. Not as easily as When we did the other Highwind, I used some of the kids though. Hey Starpot, you just bought this game. It's quite fun. I think you'll enjoy it. See. That's what this is. It is Operation Everydawn. Yeah, so this is a lead mission. Interesting. Okay, let's put Cherub on glad handing. I think we could use the extra funds for better equipment. And we shouldn't need to pull him in just yet. I almost kind of want to do the ceasefire grenade too. I'm not sure how big the radius is, but... It'd be handy for when we expect to have a lot of enemies firing on us. Well, it is all firearms, so it looks like it has friendly fire, which could be potentially a problem. On the other hand, it doesn't cost much. The only thing is that it's expensive enough that I can't get a second breach charge if I buy it. How are you guys doing in the crisis? It hasn't changed a lot of, well, I mean, it's changed some things for me, but it's been fairly low impact. How about you? I haven't heard from you in a while, Starplanum. Okay, we're gonna give the ceasefire grenade a try. Hopefully not having the second breach charge won't matter too much just yet. At least it maybe not matter enough that we can offset it by disabling the enemies instead when we go in a front door. Since she can do this with a gremlin, maybe we'll have Mark carry the spare medkit. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Although, okay, can I not unequip it? Okay, there we go. It's a weird way to implement that. Alright, so if Terminal ends up either in trouble or busy, we've got another medkit to throw around. To this. His save keeps ending up in weird random places because of the autosave. You good? You've been busy with D&D and games, so it sounds like you're coping pretty well too.
Hostile forces need leadership to function. If authorized by the director, you may need to neutralize a hostile leader. Subduing your target is always preferred. Enemy leadership, if captured, provides valuable intel.
Then we tracked a Grey Phoenix lieutenant to this factory. Move in and try for a live capture.
Marks agents until enemy encounter. I guess probably like the Advent Commander marks from the second game.
Breach! Breach! Breach!
Guess the 88. Full cover. I guess for the adders must provide additional defense or armor. Actually, no, we were seeing it with the Legion too, Legionnaire as well.
That's the VIP. Subdue as able.
Doesn't look like their lieutenant is armed. And Blue One really came in a bad place. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna try to get out here. It looks like this is single mission though. Like a single area. We don't need to breach the next area. Yeah, I think what we need to do is we need to use the team up to get Blueblood out of there because he's gonna get wrecked otherwise. Because like the two guys right next to him are gonna go. Although I could also do terminal and have her heal him. Yeah, it's maybe more productive to give the medic an extra turn instead.
Cover me. Gremlin on the way.
I reposition.
They're actually smart to use a demolition there because that means I have to reposition Blueblood and deprive him of his double attack. We have to take this, like, because we're not going to be able to retreat anywhere. Apparently we can't go back through the door and shoot. We just need to actually eliminate these guys. Nice. Max damage.
Enough of this.
Oh, that was lucky. Rude. I hope flashbang disables the bind like it does. What? It's gonna cause friendly fire. Huh. Well, it's better than just trying to dislodge by taking a 58% shot.
Catch!
Wait. We moved though, so why do we have another action plan? Alright, well I guess we'll take the highest hit chance.
Moving.
Damn.
Need a little help?
Such a bad chance. But overwatching a pro isn't gonna do anything helpful. He could just end up shooting Godmother. Nice. Disorient putting in work. For some reason I thought I'd be able to find him here, which kinda sucks. Taking bad shots. Nice of him to miss.
No ammo.
You do too, that man. I guess we're running in and hoping not to crit there. Or I guess we could also fire on him with someone else, like Blue Blood could shoot him and then melee. Yeah, let's do that. We'll have Godmother cover our flank. Wait, sorry, what's going on? Oh, cause yeah, well, Ken had to quit out of health concerns, which is still kind of crappy that they like it's extenuating circumstances. It sucks that they won't help you with a reference from that. Weird to wonder if those hit rates are 1 RN or 2 RN. No, not too weird, but given that this is XCOM, they typically just do 1 RN. Usually stuff other than the top difficulty actually cheats a bit for the player. It'll usually add like aim and stuff like that for consecutive misses. But here I'm pretty sure we're not getting any bonuses whatsoever. Your hope is they'll find a vaccine before the second wave. Well, from what I heard, that maybe asking a bit much. I mean, the initial estimate was 6 months for a good, like a really speedy development of a vaccine, so might be in this for the long haul in general. Still take a pot shot at Flyer. Hopefully not crit him to death. Or roll max damage. Ah, graze. So not even weakened enough to be subdued in one hit. Well, I guess if we roll high on the subdue, maybe.
Covering ground. Don't struggle.
Oh, we're guaranteed 3 damage here. Okay. Well, in that case.
Hostile is down and out.
And the bad Legionnaire counts as captured. Nice. Yeah, super ideal situation unfortunately is 6 months, which, like, that's super ideal and unlikely. I mean, it could happen, but I wouldn't bank on it. And then, yeah, they have to mass produce it after, and they have to test it too. Then they have to mass produce it, and they have to distribute it, so, like, yeah, a year is probably more realistic for actually having it in place. Whack is so satisfying, I know, right? Like I said, Subdue is so good. It's almost... It's kind of almost borderline overpowered because it has the better accuracy even, but... I guess it makes up for it by being typically weaker than a pistol shot. I guess depending on what the development looks like over the next couple of months too, for like the virus itself, it's entirely possible that the quarantine restrictions could be relaxed, but it also that depends on favorable conditions that say weaken the virus and whatnot. So. That's not something we're gonna know until later. Some people are not helping because they're doing the opposite of what's being asked for. Unfortunately, it seems like it's become a political debate along the lines of doing and not, or quarantining and not quarantining. That's just the unfortunate state of affairs. Damn it. The tooltip went away before I could finish reading it.
Reports confirm significant unrest in City 31. Without the city's trust, Reclamation cannot investigate effectively.
Anything we can do about that?
Results can earn back the public trust. We're here to keep the city safe, so there's no better way than doing just that.
Ooh, promotions.
I'm sure you already know your way around the armory. Each of you has a locker here. But it's also where we announce field promotions. which I'm doing now.
You're welcome.
Congratulations. I realize now there should have been a cake.
Should have been a cake, huh? Okay, there's the Lancer shot. Nice. Assuming the poison isn't subject to accuracy, that could be a good way of crowd controlling the enemy a little bit. Oh shit. Would only gain 2 aim. Wonder how good poison will be in this game. I mean, hopefully as good as in XCOM 2, but I guess we won't know until I try it out. You basically live under a rock without cable. Same here, like, I've never found a use for cable on my own here, so I don't even have it. But, usually the stuff I find out by checking articles on the internet. Fire-access dots are usually bad in games like this. Not in XCOM. In XCOM, at least XCOM 2, burning and poison were very effective ways to mess up the enemy. Like, I think it's a 20 aim penalty for being poisoned. And like a 3 or 4 mobility penalty for being poisoned as well in XCOM 2. I don't know if they nerfed that or not. Burning disables all of your non-shot abilities. So, like, you lose out on the ability to reload or melee or do anything else. Like, if you set Vipers on fire, they can't grab you. Yeah, burning enemies is powerful actually because of how good they are against alien rulers in XCOM 2. Yes, the burning triggers every time they get an action, and rulers cheat to get extra actions, so they just take rapid fire damage and it disables most of their abilities. Wait, you punched your old TV? What's the story behind that? I hear you on the CRT though. I actually have a CRT sitting right beside this computer for when I do older console games. Well, actually, even somewhat newer console games. Like, when I was doing Dawn of the New World last night, and we were in those dark areas that were hard to read on the LCD, I was actually glancing over at the CRT every so often. Oh yes, the Alpha Strike that they advertised to me. That's why I wasn't on there. guess I assume the game will prompt me to use Alpha Strike on a breach. Oh, AoE heal. That could actually be helpful since the enemies were spreading their damage a bit in the last fight. Open mods. I wish, like, the weapon mods I can assume from XCOM 2, but I wish the modular armor would actually tell me a bit more. Because I don't know what any of these do except for I can, I guess, maybe assume that extra padding is like a nano weave with bonus hit points or something. You got annoyed at the TV, so you hit it. Oops. Actually, the CRT I had before, like my current one, I've hit a few times, though not because I was getting particularly frustrated with it. It was because the green in the tubing was going. And for whatever reason, if I hit the side of it, sometimes the green would come back. So I extended the lifetime of the TV for a couple more months by hitting it. Okay, I think with how the way the missions are escalating, I think going for armor is a better choice over going for weapon mods. Because we're in a position where everyone can basically be two-shot, and I'm not really comfortable with that. I would like to get us a little more durability in some way, so that we can't just get off by like a medium damage roll and a lucky crit. Androids are expensive, geez. Androids serve as a reinforcement unit if an agent is The mission is a failure if an agent is down though, unless that's Iron Man only. Or maybe it's like bleed out. from the previous two games. You don't die. They can't get insta-gibbed like the generic soldiers could, and maybe they automatically enter bleed out. The headquarters save. Yeah, I guess the autosave is giving me all that. Actual mission. Oh, there it is. Wait, what's going on? What the? Your dad will watch a CRT explode with his right gear on? What? I don't think you ever told me that story. Alright, I'm gonna go refill, get a quick partial refill on my drink. I guess we don't have that much time left, but I'm gonna do that real quick, and so I have a little bit of drink for one more mission, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Bad operators? I think it's Solarium. I see, because the unrest makes it so we can't operate at all there. Gross. Let's do bad operators. It seems like the Illyrium is going to be more immediately useful. Automatically advances the day. Well, I think we've handled everything else we want to do. I guess we could buy that second breach charge. Although, we wouldn't have ended up needing it for the last mission. Actually, maybe let's do a Smoke. Give it to Carmel. Because if we want to go full support in a turn with her, we could do a heal and then throw a smoke grenade. That would hopefully help mitigate some of the more dangerous situations. Oh, they surrendered without a fight. Ah. We just got free Illyrium because why not? Interesting.
An emergency session of the City Council voted 5-4 against a citywide curfew. Councilor Parada spoke for the majority.
There is no need for such extreme measures. Mayor Nightingale's death is a tragedy. But to shut down the city due to fear would reject the very principles by which she lived.
3-1 PD remains on high alert throughout City 31. Commissioner Maloof released the following statement.
Every 3-1 PD officer grieves for Mayor Nightingale. Rest assured, we will bring those responsible to justice.
More as the story develops. This is Celio Dash with Channel 37.
Get intel and extra padding or intel and hair. Well, since we're doing armor mods, I guess we could do downtown then. Okay, I see. This operation it ticks down day by day, but doing the one in the fringe advanced it by 2 days so we can do it sooner. Nice.
Hostile forces may attempt to guard a mission-critical device that needs to be stopped. Destroy the device in question when authorized. Keep your distance if you can.
Huh. Is this Android? It's set in for backup. But I wonder if it's being auto-deployed because we have Cherub sitting off and doing the spec ops? Or is it just gonna sit in reserve until someone gets hurt? I think that is. Well, I can't afford another breach at this point, so I guess the initial door we can't. It's not like we can breach it right now, unless. Yeah, because it would tell me if we can do the wall, so I guess we'll just go ahead.
Target device on site. Light it up.
Oh, we have to gravel find it. Okay. Guess we'll make our most accurate unit of the Overwatch. Or I guess depending on what the quarters look like, shotgun Overwatch would be deadly. Yeah, let's do it in this order though.
Breaching! Breaching now.
Loser. Are these hostile Reapers?
Locking down hostiles. If only you were a better shot. Throwing grenade.
Oh, part of the screen is cut off? What is that? Oh, I see, yeah, huh. Hobbs is definitely seeing it, not... Well, sorry about that, guys. The way Hobbs recognizes the screen is, like, way inside the borders, so it's cutting off a bit. Weird. I guess I didn't notice because I only checked it against the hell screen. Yeah, yikes. Lots of detail loss there. Sorry about that. Double 63 miss.
Target engaged.
Yeah, the turn order timeline I've been using the whole time. Just, you guys weren't able to see it. It's maybe that made me seem psychic. Not really great here. Well, guess if we throw enough shots at them, that'll eventually work out.
Don't struggle. Arrested the target.
Psychic powers don't seem out of the question. I mean, sure. Last unit through the entrance is guaranteed. I guess I'll do the usual order. We'll let Torque land here.
Breach! Breach! Breach!
It is aggressive. Better. Oh, the ragdolling. Damn. I guess it doesn't break their ability to fire.
Target in sight. Blow it to smithereens.
Destroy the assembly to stop reinforcement. Yikes. Like, there's already 5 enemies still in here. I do this here. I guess I don't know what the smoke grenade range is like, so I guess I'll fire to cover. Okay. Smokes are pretty small in here, so it's a good thing I didn't assume it would be a big area.
Let's get your insides back inside.
Just what I needed.
Tossing smoke!
Huh, interesting.
Bracketing target.
Closing on target. Disabling target weapon.
Damn, gotta hit through the smoke there. That sucks. Nice, we missed. At least we hit the shot that I didn't really care as much about, but okay. Take what I can get, I guess.
Eradicating.
Not really a good place to move to. This is unfortunate. Really?
Great, I'm out. Ready for anything.
On approach.
Damn.
Catch.
One hell of a distraction.
Locking down target.
Good. You're still breathing.
Damn. Hit her through smoke and disorient.
Time for a face-to-face.
I'll shoot at anything that moves.
You got this.
Great, we did a whole damage.
Too much at stake.
Weapons running low. Headed this way.
Tracking you.
That guy died from poison.
He'll be fine.
Damn, we keep grazing.
I'm out.
You're out? That's okay, just use your fists.
Hostile is down and out.
Yeah, that was kinda not great. Still can't believe she went down through Disorient and Smoke Grenade. Like, dude, It's like XCOM 2, it's got, that had to have been a 10 to 20% hit rate. One thing that hasn't changed about downtown is the traffic. We need to run at least 3 elevated highways through the starport, which won't happen for reasons of global security. 20 minutes to drive 6 blocks? City of the future, my ass.
City 31 was slow to impound restricted weapons after the war. Some locals took advantage. Cutting off the flow to Grey Phoenix will disrupt the local arms trade.
Spontaneous vigils broke out in honor of Mayor Nightingale, whose recent death still roils City 31. Thousands of citizens wish to pay their respects to our city's first freely elected mayor, said one attendee.
She got it, you know? It wasn't about making things better for me and mine. Hybrid, alien, human, she did her best for all of us.
The city council voted unanimously to hold elections within the month. Councilor Parada released the following statement.
Mayor Nightingale once said, "Governance does not need popular approval, but it requires the people's consent."
Celio Dash reporting for Channel 37.
Good chance minus 15. Kinda sucks. That was weird, it didn't want to let me go back out until I did that. Okay, so we can pay 2 days to remove the scar. Go ahead and do that. The lower crit chance for a shotgunner is kind of bad. Oh. Maybe fix that. Alright, good night, Ken. Thanks for watching. This is gonna be it for me for tonight for actual battles. I'm gonna do the strategic layer stuff, maybe take a quick look at what missions will be available coming up, and call it. I will be doing another bonus stream on Saturday and picking this up again, so if you guys want to pop in for that, I'll be doing this, but get this handled first. Wait, didn't I? Oh, it's enhanced armor, not modular. Okay, so it did complete. It cost me pretty much all my Illyrium, but I think. I want to go for. Yeah, because we don't want to have people getting critically wounded over and over. That would just be bad. On the other hand, getting improved breach explosives would be potentially interesting, like the flash bomb, the smoke bomb, the ceasefire bomb. Maybe after we get the next body armor. Actually, we do have one modular thing. Look at the loadout first. This cherub is probably going to be tanking. Hold on. Run the extra padding for a whole hit point. Yay! I guess it could be the difference between getting knocked out and not. Oh, you can freely unequip it. Okay, so unlike XCOM 2, it looks like mods are not completely committed once they're in. Let's go for the enhanced armor anyway. Oof. You can buy the mods, but they're super expensive. A 50 dodge. Actually, I feel like the Machweave would actually be worth going for, because like, if this is going off of XCOM 2's table system, like 50 dodge is insane. In fact, putting this on Torque would make her very, very difficult to kill because she's already got 20 base dodge. So if we can load up on the ability to make everything graze against her. No, I'm gonna buy this just because stacking it with torque. $70 dodge. I mean, she's not going to be completely immortal because she could still take as much as 2 damage if they roll high and she has the damage, but like, it's going to make her much more durable than anyone else on the team at the moment. Aside from maybe Cherub, just because of his shields that negate everything. It seems like Cherub would be really good for subduing because it does AoE damage if he's picked up charging from shielding people. So that could make up for the fact that he's not as good for raw damage as Godmother is. Protect our precious snake, praise snack. Actually, between, like, if we have her take point and give her the shields, between that and dodge, and if we stack up safeguard, as long as we can keep drawing fire onto her, like, it's gonna be pretty hard to kill her. Alright, well, that's... I think the next mission is going to be very interesting with the way our team is configured. We're probably going to need that config too with how much this bust weapon shipment is. It's escalated into very difficult already. That's gonna be interesting. I think I just heard a chrysalid. Would be mean if all that dodge was a bait. I mean, it could be, but seeing as how this is practically an XCOM 2 mod, like, I know they've adjusted some things, but I don't think there's many places they could go with dodge aside from maybe dropping, like, I think if anything, they would have had to just scale down the dodge rating entirely. So the fact that they left it intact, it tells me that it's gonna be similar in the very least, or the same as XCOM 2. Which means that on the targeting table, enemy's gonna have a... Well, I guess... I don't know what the enemy aim is like, but these guys don't seem to have super good aim. So basically their entire hit table is gonna be dodge. Which means the dodge, assuming it's like XCOM 2, the dodge will overwrite crit too, which will make it so that it'll be very hard for them to take her out. Which is pretty much what I need, because it sucks when people are in danger of being two-shot. Anyway, and I guess this -2 fire must apply to everything in the city. At least I hope it applies to everything in the city. So if we complete it, -2 fire, so we can actually go do the other stuff. I'm guessing, I guess these time slices, there must be fractions of a day. It's like these blue ones here mark the end of a day, but we did 2 missions on the first day, and if we do this bus shipment, it'll be 2 missions on the second day. And let's see. We completed. So it must be like 4 time slices to a day. Alright, well. I think this is where we have to call it just because it's kind of a bit late. If the next map has a bunch of stuff that negates it, well, unless they've introduced extra stuff, the only way to negate dodge, aside from having very specific weaponry in the second game, like as in the alien hunter's weapons, you have to have 100% accuracy, which, I mean, maybe there'll be snipers with over 100 aim, who knows. But I guess we'll find out. Find out on Saturday. So, yeah, we're gonna be, I guess, kind of busy over the weekend because we got 3 houses tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific. Saturday, I'm thinking I'll probably start at 8, thereabouts. And we'll come back to do more Chimera Squad. I may start a little bit earlier, but it depends on how things go in the afternoon. But I plan to do this for most of the night, so yeah, I'll keep you guys posted in Discord if I decide to start a little bit earlier, but assume 8 for the moment. And then Sunday we'll do Bravely Default, and that'll be at 7 p.m. Pacific. Oh, and I guess Wednesday, for the wild card, I'm still considering doing what I want to do, but since this is being so good, I might do another session of Chimera Squad and push Slay the Spire to the Wednesday following. That'll be at 9 p.m. Pacific. Are your messages sending multiple times? Not that I can see. Yeah, I'm glad you were able to catch us for more than a few minutes. Thanks for stopping by. Anyway, thanks for watching everyone. Hope to see you Friday and have yourselves a good night.